can you drop your WhatsApp number in the chat box? Chat box එක Zoom එකේ chat box එකේ chat box එකේ ඔයගලගේ WhatsApp number එක මට දාලා තියන්න so that it's easy to contact. And also the other thing is that regarding communication during the class, of course you can unmute and talk. And in addition to that, you can also use the chat box for anything. Or you can, like, if I ask you yes or no questions, you can even use the thumbs up option. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead with today's work. Api lamai last week second lesson එක අපි කොටසක්ම කරා, but we have to discuss the worksheet from lesson 1. So we will finish discussing that and then we will get on with the rest of the lesson 2. Mama worksheet එක ගන්න. Okay. I have given you short answer questions. Api MCQs already discussed kara, if I'm right. MCQs ඔක්කොම ඉවර කරා නේද?
Yes, teacher.
Okay. All right. Can all of you see the whiteboard, lamai? Not the whiteboard, I'm sorry, the paper. Can all of you see it? You can give me a thumbs up. Others?
Yes, miss.
Okay. It seems like everybody can see. Okay. So we'll discuss. Short answer questions. Question number 1. What are the elements? You can use the chat box as I said earlier. And you can also use the thumbs up options and whatever, as I said. Shakina, regarding first lesson note. Now today, all of you like Shakina, Glory, Divyani and anyone else who's a newcomer today. Sitara, are you new today or did you join last week? Let me know in the chat box. So, since today is your first class, you stay for the class today. And by the end of the class, within today and tomorrow, let me know whether you will continue the class or not. Because it is like an experimental class. You can decide whether you're going to continue or not. And if you decide to continue, of course, all the previous lesson recordings and all the lesson notes and worksheets, I will send to you. Okay. Shakina, okay? And Sitara, are you new today? Sitara Dedunu, are you new today? She got disconnected, no? All right. Let's okay, let's discuss. What are the elements present in proteins? What did you write for this? What are the elements present in proteins? Okay, others? I'm getting answers in the chat box. Very good. What about others? I hope all of you did the worksheet.
Carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen.
Oxygen. John and sometimes yes.
Okay.
Carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen.
Okay, yes. In the chat box also I'm getting answers. Good. So we have
Hydrogen and sometimes sulfur.
yes. Good, yes. And in the chat box, yes, Kushit, Jituli, Shanas, Tatsarani, Glory, correct. We have, wait a minute, 1 second, Lamai. So we have carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen. Make a vitarak liwa tati, but you always have to remember that sometimes sulfur may be present, right? Sometimes sulfur may be present. Or what nikang elemental sign එක විතරක් දාන්නත් පුළුවන්. Like you can say here carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, sometimes sulfur. Okay. Then question number 2. In order to demonstrate the action of the enzyme amylase on starch, ළමයි මම පොඩක් whiteboard එක share කරන්නම්. ඒතකොට මම මේක whiteboard එකට ගන්නම් because it's difficult to write on the on this. Please give me a second. මම ළමයි whiteboard එකක් share කරලා තියෙනවා. Check if all of you can see the whiteboard. For those who
Can't see this.
can't see, now
Can see the whiteboard, but can't see this.
can't see what? Now there's only the whiteboard so far. Can you see the whiteboard? Okay. Now I will move my question to the whiteboard. I think that would be much, much more easier for us to write. Okay. All right. Now we are here at question number 2. In order to demonstrate the action of the enzyme amylase on starch,
Miss,
during
it's blood.
it's what?
Blood.
Others also is it blood?
No, teacher.
Okay, Shanaz, how is it now?
Blood, but can see.
හරි. ඒ කියන්නේ තව චුට්ටකින් හරිය. ඒ කියන්නේ connection issue එකක් හින්දා වෙන්නේ ඔක. It might get fixed soon. Okay.
Okay, Miss.
Okay, follow your worksheet as well. Hard. In order to demonstrate the action of enzyme amylase on starch during the process of digestion of food, a mixture was made by adding starch and amylase to water. So that means we have starch here. Starch වලට දාලා තියෙනවා amylase. The mixture was placed in a water bath. මේක water bath එකක දාලා තමයි තියෙන්නේ. You know what a water bath is. At 37 degrees Celsius. Okay. At 37 degrees Celsius. Okay. After 5 minutes, a drop from the mixture was taken out. A drop of iodine solution was added to it and the color was observed. The above test was repeated at times given in the following table. The starch and amylase mix color water bath එක රත් කරලා we have taken like a white tile or something. Make a mix color 5 minutes වලින් මම ගන්නවා මේකෙන් drop එකක්. අරගෙන මම ඒකට දානවා iodine drop එකක්. Then mama, the color is apparently violet blue. Color kenavalu violet blue. Something like this. Ilangata.
It will turn to green then.
No, not to green. Here's they have given us. After 15 minutes, again we have checked. A drop of that, and you have put a drop of iodine again. This time we cannot see a violet blue, we can only see a blue, like a normal blue color. like
We
this.
did it in the school, but it came like green, miss.
Green nang වෙන්න බෑ because that is for the Benedict test. ඒ කියන්නේ experiment එක වැරද්දක් වෙලා. Okay.
Okay, miss.
Okay. So after 25 minutes, again, we have taken a drop of this and we have put iodine. Then මොකද්ද? Again blue. But blue උනාට නිකන් ඊට වඩා lighter blue එකක්. Something like this. And something like this. Then again, after how many minutes? 35 minutes, we have taken a drop of this. 35 minutes can තව වෙලා ගිහිල්ලා නේ. And I have again put a drop of iodine. Now it's like a yellow-brown color. A yellow-brown color like this. After another, how many? After altogether 45 minutes, I can තව විනාඩි 10ක් වැඩිපුර. I take a drop of this. I put a drop of iodine. And it gives like again a yellow-brown. Yellow-brown කියන්නේ තවත් චුට්ටක් light වගේ yellow-brown එකක් තමයි එන්නේ. Okay. What is the compound? Now we have to know why this happened. මට question එක අමතක කරලා දාන්න. Can you all tell me why this happened? Can you all tell me why this happened? Why do you think this happened?
Hot water bath or something.
No.
Not sure, miss.
Not hot water
No.
bath exactly.
Because
Because
when
of
we amylase, yeah,
Mm.
when we put amylase and the starch, it get reduced, and at the last there'll be absence of starch. So because of that, due to that, it turns color.
Okay.
The color changes.
Okay. Okay. Do others also agree with that, or do you all have different answers?
Yeah, I agree with her.
So the same answer, no? Okay. What about others? Okay, Maria. Send me on WhatsApp. So, okay. Starch වල එකක් තියෙනවා අපි කිව්වා amylase is an enzyme. Enzyme කියලා කියන්නේ මොකක්ද? When there is a certain biochemical reaction. Biochemical reaction කියන්නේ මොකක්ද? Bio කියන්නේ අපේ body එක. Chemical කියන්නේ chemical reaction. So biochemical reaction means a chemical reaction happening inside our body. So when a biochemical reaction is happening inside our body, enzymes are the one who speed up the reaction. ඒ reactions වල speed එක වැඩි කරන්න තමයි enzymes ඉන්නේ. නේද? එතකොට අපි දන්නවා starch glucose දෙකක් එකතු වෙලා maltose හැදිලා. Then glucose ගොඩක් එකතු වෙලා starch හැදිලා. ඒ කියන්නේ maltose ගොඩක් තමයි starch හදන්නේ. Therefore, starch can be broken down to maltose. The enzyme that speeds up this reaction is amylase. Amylase කියන enzyme එක තමයි starch ව maltose වලට convert කරන්නේ. Okay. So දැන් මෙතන starch එක වලට amylase දාලානේ අපි තියන්නේ නේ. Starch and amylase are mixed. And I initially take a drop at 5 minutes. Now there's plenty of starch still, right? Amylase mix වුණාට එකපාරට ඔක්කොම convert වෙන්නේ නැහැ නේ, right? At the beginning, not all the starch will be converted to maltose. There will be plenty of starch remaining. And you know, when I put a drop of iodine, if there is starch, starch always gives like a violet blue color with iodine. එතකොට මෙතන violet blue color එකක් එනවා. Then after 15 minutes, now some of the starch has been converted to maltose because of amylase. Then only a few starch is remaining. ඒකද දැන් iodine දැම්මා කියලා ලොකු violet blue color එකක් එන්නේ නැහැ. Now the blue color is a bit reduced. Okay. Then again after 25 minutes I take a drop of this and I put iodine. Now more starch has been converted to maltose. Again the starch amount has reduced. ඒකින්ද තවත් blue color එකේ strength එක අඩු වෙලා. Then after 35 minutes you take a drop of this. Now what has happened? Amylase has converted most of the starch to maltose. ඒකින්ද then starch ඇත්තම නැති තරම්. So always Iodine gives a violet blue or purple blue only with starch. Starch නැත්තම් එයා කාලයක දෙන්නේ නැහැ. දැන් මේ අන්තිම instances දෙකෙම there is no starch. Why? Because all the starch has been converted to maltose by amylase. එහෙනම් දැන් starch නැති හින්දා මේ iodine drop එක දැම්මම you can only see the color of iodine. The color of iodine is a yellow brown color. That's why you can see that. Okay? Is that clear to all of you? Give me a thumbs up, please.
Yes.
Okay. Now I think we can answer the questions. What is the compound? What is the compound formed by the action of amylase on starch in the aqueous medium? What is the compound?
Aqueous means liquid.
No, aqueous means good question. Aqueous කියලා කියන්නේ ළමයි වතුර, water. You can even take a note here. Excuse me. You can even take a note here. Aqueous means water. ඒ කියන්නේ starch water වල දිය කරලා තමයි තියෙන්නේ, right? That's why we say aqueous.
So it is liquid, right?
Yeah, it is liquid. Yes, of course. Excuse me, Lamai, when I start sneezing, I don't stop for some time. Okay, anyways, what is the compound? What is the answer here? Okay, others, what is the answer here?
Maltose.
Okay. Okay, others, what do you think? Yes, when amylase works on starch, maltose is produced. Lamai, for like 2-3 minutes, I will keep my camera off because I'm uncontrollably sneezing and I don't want you to see that. But I'll switch on the camera soon. Na? Maltose. Give the reason for the following observations. After 15 minutes, we can see a blue color. What is the reason for that? How can we see a blue color after 15 minutes?
Amylase is present.
Some starch is still present.
Okay. Others?
Starch.
Starch, okay. A more complete
It will
answer.
convert into blue color due to less amount of starch.
Yeah. Now a bit of starch is converted to maltose. So now there's not like a lot of starch, right? But still there's some starch left. So appearance of blue color after 15 minutes is some starch is left in the mixture. Therefore, with iodine, it will give a blue color. Then appearance of yellow-brown color after 35 minutes. Appearance of yellow-brown color after 35 minutes. What is the reason for that?
More starch has turned into maltose.
More starch has been converted to maltose. Okay. Others, what do you think? Yes. Now, actually, more starch all the starch has been converted to maltose. Now, actually, there is no starch left. That's why we only get the color of iodine. Okay. All the starch has been converted to maltose. So that's what you write there. Then why is the mixture subjected to the experiment? This is a very interesting question. Why is it subjected to the experiment kept in a water bath at 37 degrees Celsius? Why do we keep this at 37 degrees Celsius? Oga, leave answers.
Because it is room temperature.
37 degrees is not room temperature. That is much higher. Room temperature can samaning 25, 28 wage. So make a, I wasn't expecting you to write the answer.
Maximum temperature per mile is 12.
No, that is also not the correct answer. Make it over to put the then you don't have the knowledge for that, but you might have to use a bit of general knowledge. Mitten api hadanne ek api danta liyagon because this is actually an O-level past paper question. So make over that again, but it was there in the question. That's why I included that. We are trying to see how amylase acts during the process of digestion of food in the human body, right? Ape body ke digestion වෙන විදිය. එතකොට මට ඕන ඕන temperatures පෙන්වන්න බෑ. Because inside my body, the temperature, usually the body temperature of human beings is around 36, 37, 38 degrees Celsius. Okay? එහෙනම් අන්න ඒකින්ද තමයි මම මේකත් ඒ temperature එකම maintain කරන්න. Because I'm trying to show how human body works. Then I have to duplicate or I have to copy that same temperature, right? So why is a mixture subjected to experiment at this temperature? Because the human body temperature is around 37 degrees Celsius. Is that clear to all of you, Lamai? Is this question clear?
Teacher, what color is maltose?
Maltose doesn't have a color. Maltose hondara වතුර දිය වෙනවා. So maltose gives like a transparent solution. Okay. Others
Okay,
give a
thank you.
thumbs up පාවෙ නෑනේ. අනිත් අය මේක තේරුණාද? Give me a thumbs up if you understood.
Understood, miss.
Okay. Okay, others? Sanjana, do you have any question?
Miss, can you explain again once more?
Which part? Which question?
The third one.
Yes, the third one. Actually, they are trying to show how food is digested in the human body. In the human body, normally the body temperature is 37 degrees Celsius. But the outside temperature is much less. It's around 25 to 28, let's say 28 degrees Celsius. But if I'm trying to show something happening in the human body in the lab and I do it in a different temperature, we can't properly show it, right? So if I'm trying to show something happening in the human body in the lab, I have to copy that same temperature. Then only the conditions will be constant. That is why I try to maintain a temperature at around 37 degrees Celsius because the human body also has a similar temperature. මොකද මම body එකේ වෙන එකක් නේ පෙන්නන්න හදන්නේ. Is it clear? Is it clear?
Yes, miss.
Okay. Let's move on to the next question. And okay, let me get the question to the whiteboard. Question number 3. Like pages දෙකක තියෙන්නේ, so this is how I got it, but it's okay. Okay. Proteins, lipids, and nucleic acids are 3 basic types of organic compounds. Let me tell you one more time. All the newcomers, අද අලුතෙන් ආපු කට්ටිය හැමෝම drop your WhatsApp number in the chat box. Everybody who joined today for the first day. අද අලුතෙන් ආපු හැමෝම ඔයගලගේ WhatsApp number එක chat box එකේ දාලා තියන්න. And also, since it's your first day, let me know within today and tomorrow whether you will continue the class. You can join whenever our connection issues එන හින්දා මම තව පාරක් කිව්වේ. So drop your WhatsApp number in the chat box.
Miss,
Yes.
can you send me also the recordings from first, please? Because some I didn't complete, so I must complete, miss.
Which lesson again?
From first.
First lesson.
Yeah.
Okay, for sure. I'll send.
Maths and science, please.
Okay, for sure. Maths and science. Can you send a message on WhatsApp?
Okay, miss.
Okay. Hard. Then question number 3. Proteins, lipids, and nucleic acids are 3 basic types of organic compounds contained in living matter. Why are proteins, lipids, and nucleic acids called organic compounds? Why do we call them organic compounds? Why do we call them organic compounds?
Because they contain carbon.
Okay. Others, what do you think?
Because it contains carbon.
Okay. Any other answers? Any other answers? Yes. Organic compounds compounds that contain carbon. So compounds that contain carbon are called organic compounds. Yes. So therefore, since they contain carbon, proteins, lipids, nucleic acids, they contain carbon, we call them organic compounds. We can just say because they contain carbon. That's why we call them organic compounds. Okay, good. State two elements that may be contained in proteins but not contained in lipids. What did you write for this?
Nitrogen and sulfur. Nitrogen and sulfur.
Nitrogen and sulfur. Any other answers? Yes. Proteins wala thiyana, lipids wala nathi. So nitrogen is definitely there in proteins but not in lipids, right? Sulfur may be in proteins. Some proteins are sulfur not. Anyways, they have, can you see here? They have used the word. Sorry? They have used the word maybe. So sulfur also sometimes present in proteins, but definitely not in lipids. So nitrogen and sulfur are the answers. Name the structural unit of proteins. What is the structural unit of proteins? Amino acids. Good. Structural unit of proteins is amino acids. State a common function of the compounds, proteins, and lipids.
As an energy source.
Okay. Others?
Helping grow repair tissue.
Acts as an energy source.
Yeah. Acts as an energy source. So when your body needs energy, first it goes to carbohydrates. Carbohydrates thamai mulim energy denne. If the energy given by carbohydrates are not enough, then our body will go to lipids. If the energy given by lipids are also not enough, then our body will go to proteins. So all of these three can act as energy sources. They are energy sources or can act as energy sources or something like that. There are two major types of nucleic acids. One of them is called DNA. What is the other type?
RNA.
RNA. Good. DNA is deoxyribonucleic acid. RNA is ribonucleic acid. Okay, let's get the next question. Question number 4. That's the last question, no? Okay. Sorry, wait. Nucleic acids are a main type of biomolecules contained in living matter. What is the structural unit of nucleic acids?
Nucleotides.
Okay. Any other answers? Any other answers? Yes. Nucleic acids are made of nucleotides. So structural unit of nucleic acids is nucleotides. In addition to carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen, name the other two elements that are necessarily contained in nucleic acids.
Nitrogen. Nitrogen and phosphorus.
Very good. Nucleic acids, proteins sometimes sulfur wage neve. In nucleic acids, carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, phosphorus, all 5 of them are compulsorily there. Okay. So in addition to carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen, what else is present? Nitrogen and phosphorus. Name the 2 types of nucleic acids and state a structural difference between them. Okay, what are the 2 types of nucleic acids, first of all?
DNA and RNA.
DNA and RNA. What is the structural difference between these as you have learned?
DNA stores genetic informations and RNA stores heredity of viruses.
DNA is deoxyribonucleotide, RNA is ribonucleotide.
Okay, any other answers?
Single strand and double strand.
Okay, good. Okay, so here's the thing. DNA contains genetic information of organisms, RNA contains genetic information of viruses. That is a very good difference, but the only problem is that structural difference. That means a difference that is only concerned with the structure. In a structure, that's the only reason why we can't get that as an answer. But you can definitely, from what you know, you can say DNA is made of deoxyribonucleotide. RNA is made of ribonucleotide. So otherwise, other than that, DNA can strands dekak tiyene. So we can call it double-stranded. RNA is single-stranded. But that is something that we will be learning in detail in the very last lesson of grade 10. But this is something you know. This is made of deoxyribonucleotides and RNA is made of ribonucleotide. Okay. Let's, I think that's all, no? That's all for the worksheet. Let's move on to our lesson. What did we last do? Let's see. Last class was on 28th. Let me check the whiteboard.
Acceleration.
We did what?
Acceleration.
Acceleration. We started acceleration.
Yeah.
Did I
Halfway
send...
through it.
Sorry? Did I send...
Halfway through acceleration.
Halfway through. Okay. Did I send you the whiteboard note of last week? By any chance? Not.
No, miss.
Oh, no. I have not sent, no? Okay. I will check and send both the whiteboard notes. Can somebody repeat exactly the last thing that we wrote last week? Exactly what the last thing that we wrote is?
Deceleration equals minus 3 ms squared.
Okay. Eka kohomada did we do a question? We can even check the whiteboard of that week. Let's check the whiteboard of
No,
that.
miss. Note and the formula.
Note and the formula. Okay.
We did 2 other examples also.
We did 2 examples. Okay, 1 second. We did 2 examples as you all said. Okay. So examples, well, I can't find the whiteboard note of last week. I don't know why. So last week, can you make examples? Did we do questions as examples? Is that what we did?
Yes.
1 question and another question.
Okay, so 2 questions. Nehari. Okay, great. All right. So we are coming back to our third lesson and we will do our third example. Q3 Kiela Dagan question number 3. Give me a second. By the way, do you all know when your rescheduled class is? Matakai dapit ekavika class ekkarani bari una. It was thundering and raining for me. So when is that reschedule?
Tomorrow morning.
Do others remember that?
Yes, teacher.
Okay. Everybody keep in mind, we have that rescheduled class tomorrow morning at 8. Abi time එක තිබේ 8 කියලා. So 8 to 10:30 we have it. එතකොට I know it might be a bit too much. දැනුත් කරලා අරමත් හෙට උදෙත් කරන්න. But unfortunately, that is the only slot that we can take. So we will just do it and finish it off because we don't want to miss any classes. No, අපරාධනේ එතකොට ඒ දවස. But we will always try to do in the designated slot, which is our Tuesday night slot. But that was a very unavoidable situation. So tomorrow, 8 a.m., we have the class. Okay, just a reminder, because I'm pretty sure some of you forgot. Okay. Hi. Let's write a question. Yeah, එක තමයි. Lama, you can write together with me. Is it now, Sala?
Yes, miss.
Okay, try to stay in
Connection
class,
is
but if there's a problem, let me know, then we can, of course, skip the recording.
okay, miss. I will try my best.
Yeah, okay, no worries. Okay, Lamai. Yes, do this question. Do this question. Meanwhile, Dihansa, were you added to the group? Class group? Were you added to the class group?
Yes, teacher.
All right, okay. And Sanjana, were you added to the class group? Is Sanjana there? Because you
No,
asked
teacher.
you were not, no? ඒක තමයි ඔයාමගේ වෙනම ඉල්ලලා තිබ්බනේ. That's why I was wondering if you're not in the group. I will ask my assistant to add you to the group for sure. And Ranumi, are you a newcomer today?
Yes, miss.
Okay, please send your WhatsApp number in the chat box.
Okay.
And okay. I saw someone else. Jeff, are you a newcomer today? And also, Divyani, please send your WhatsApp number in the chat box. I'm only asking because otherwise there's sometimes no way to track with your names and all that. Because sometimes you have registered with a different name, but you're joining with a different name. So then it's difficult to identify now. So that's why. That's the only reason why I'm asking for the WhatsApp number. Quickly do lamai. Give me a thumbs up if you finish lamai. I will give you 2 more minutes. Others, I'll give 2 more minutes. Quickly finish. Okay, lamai. Now, what is the equation for finding acceleration? What is the equation we have learned to find acceleration? Acceleration equals meter. Acceleration
Final
is
velocity minus the initial velocity divided by time.
very good. Final velocity minus initial velocity divided by time. Okay, so in this particular object, now what has happened is that this object has started from rest and moves in uniform acceleration and obtains a velocity of 30 ms minus 1. What is the final velocity? What is the final velocity of this object? Now this is starting from rest now. If it is starting from rest, what is the initial velocity of this object?
0.
0. Because the air rest ke indala patan ganne. Rest means initially it was not moving. and then only it has started the motion. Okay. So, therefore, initial velocity is 0 ms minus 1. Then it is moving and obtains a velocity of 30 ms minus 1. And how long does this take? This takes 6 seconds. And what is the final velocity, Lamai? Quickly tell me, what is the final velocity?
5 ms.
5 ms negative 1.
Sorry?
5 ms minus 1.
I'm asking the final velocity.
30.
30, okay. Minus initial velocity. What is initial velocity?
0.
0. Divided by what is the time? 6. So 30 minus 0 is the same as 30. Then 30 divided by 6. 30 divided by 6, we get the answer 5. And acceleration is 5 ms minus 2. Let's say you do all of this correctly, but final answer, okay, you write the unit wrong. Then you lose a mark for writing the unit wrong. Huh? Final answer, even if your unit is wrong. So please keep that in mind. Now, Lamai, we are going to learn something very important. Yes, Sala.
For the acceleration, we need to put the unit 2, right?
If it's acceleration, you put minus 2.
Okay, miss.
ms minus 2. If it's velocity, you put ms minus 1.
Okay, miss.
Okay. Now I'm going to teach you a very important part. Make it more important because they ask this in questions. But this part I'm going to teach you as a question. Ape question ekak vidira thamai ape meka karanne yanne. Wanna look at this very carefully. Liyan Nepal, just listen, just look at the whiteboard, that's it. An object is starting from rest and moves in uniform acceleration to obtain a velocity of 12 ms minus 1. Find the in 3 seconds. Find the displacement of the object. Now they're not asking acceleration, they are actually asking displacement. This is very important because we have only learned, okay, acceleration, you can use this equation, but that is all we have learned. How do you suggest we find the answer here? How do we find displacement here? As you think. What are the equations that we have learned that we could use? You can give whatever, I mean, you have not learned this, so you can make mistakes, it's okay. I'm just asking for your input.
The same way we found acceleration.
Sorry?
Same way we found acceleration.
So like this equation.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll see. Let's see if we can use this equation. Okay. So starting from rest, initial velocity is 0. Moves in uniform acceleration to obtain a velocity of 12. That means we know the final velocity. And in 3 seconds. So that means we also know the time. And initial velocity is 0. So that also we know. Eking apita acceleration calculate karana puluwa. But acceleration is not what I want. What I want is displacement. How do I get displacement? That means I can't use this equation. I would have been able to use this equation if they asked acceleration. But they're not asking acceleration. Then what else should I use?
36.
Miss, what about the velocity one? The velocity equation.
What? What is the equation? Velocity equals?
Displacement over time.
Okay, we'll see.
Teacher,
Velocity.
I don't know
Yes.
the unit, but I think the answer is 36.
36. Unit taking එක ගන්න පුළුවන්, but there has to be a clear method to get that. Actually, I understand why you would have gotten 36, but 36 is not the answer. Mother, so you must have multiplied 12 and 3, then you get 36. And if seconds cancel, you only get meters, no? But it's actually not the answer. We'll see why it is so. So, my equation velocity equals displacement over time. Now, this is the equation that we have learned. Okay, interesting. Time make up it a Hari, make a matone displacement. So, I will arrange it like this. Mame time may pattern again. So, I have displacement equals velocity multiplied by time. එහෙම ලිව්වට කමක් නැහැ නේ. Displacement මේ පැත්තේ තියෙනවා. මම time මෙතන ගෙනිච්චාම multiplication වෙනවා. So velocity multiplied by time on one side, displacement on another side. So they are asking us displacement. අපිට ඕනේ displacement. Okay. We have time. Time is 3 seconds, so we have time. Do we have velocity?
Yes.
What is the velocity value? But may object starting from rest. Starting from rest means its initial velocity is 0 ms minus 1. Then it obtains a velocity of 12 ms minus 1. So initial velocity is 0, final velocity is 12. I have a problem. Okay, I have to use velocity here, but which velocity value am I taking? Metana 0 thina, metana 12 thina. Different velocity values. Which one should I take here? Which one should I take here? It's a bit of a problem, no? මොකද්ද මම ගන්න කියන එක ප්‍රශ්නයක්. එහෙනම් මම පොඩි වැඩක් කරනවා. I'm going to keep this aside for a second. Then, let's say at the exam, you have a different mark for science, a different mark for maths, a different mark for history, a different mark for Sinhala, a different one for English. But at the end of the exam, all the subject marks are added and they divided by the number of subjects. එතකොට ඔයාගේ average එක එන්නේ නේද? From the average තමයි ඔයගලන්ට එක first class, second class ඒවා මේවා හම්බ වෙන්නේ. Is that true? Do you know how to calculate your average? Yes. අපි මෙතනත් කරන්නේ අන්න එහෙම එකක්. According to this equation, I only want one value for velocity. If I have 0 and I have 12, I have two values for velocity, and that is a bit confusing. මට එකයි. මම මොකද කරන්නේ? Average එකක් ගන්න. In science, average එකට අපි කියනවා mean velocity කියලා. This is how we get mean velocity. Mean velocity equals initial velocity plus එක චුට්ටක් තව දැන්ට චුට්ටක් අයින් කරන්න. Initial velocity plus final velocity divided by 2. This is how you get mean velocity. Initial velocity plus final velocity divided by 2 is how you get velocity. Okay. Sorry, mean velocity. බලමු අපි මේකේ mean velocity එක අරගෙන. Initial velocity is 0 ms minus 1. Plus final velocity is 12 ms minus 1. Divided by 2. 0 plus 12 is 12. 12 divided by 2 is 6. So I get that the mean velocity is 6 ms minus 1. Then අපි හිතපු තැනටම ආයෙ යනවා. මෙතන අපි හිටියනේ. Here I can find displacement. Why? Because now I have one value for velocity. Initially my problem was I had two values for velocity. No, මෙතන 0 තිබ්බා, මෙතන 12 තිබ්බා. But what I did was I found the average of the two values as mean velocity, which is 6. Now it's easy for me. Velocity just velocity, it's mean velocity. So now the mean velocity is 6 ms minus 1. Time is 3 seconds. So 6 times 3 is 18 meters. Is that clear to all of you, Lamai?
Miss,
Yes.
can you explain another?
Yes, for sure. So first of all, when you're given different velocity values and they're asking you to find the displacement, usually what we know is velocity equals displacement divided by time. For that, my velocity subject, so displacement subject, I get displacement equals velocity multiplied by time. However, I can't get one value for velocity because there are two values. Initial velocity is 0, final velocity is 12. So I have two values of velocity and that is a bit confusing. Man mokada karane me two values tika average kala mulima one value ekak ganna. That is what I do here by finding mean velocity. So mean velocity ma kohomada hoyanne? Initial velocity plus final velocity divided by 2. So initial velocity is 0, final velocity is 12 divided by 2. So 0 plus 12 is 12 divided by 2, I get 6. Now I have an average value for velocity. Okay? ඊළඟට මම මෙන්න මේ question එක මයින් කරන්නා මම මෙන්න මේකට එනවා. Now displacement එක මට ගන්න ලේසිම ලේසි. I get it as mean velocity multiplied by time. And mean velocity I got it as 6 ms minus 1. Time they have given as 3 seconds. So you can just multiply those and get the answer. Is it clear?
Yes, miss.
Okay. Others? Everybody give a thumbs up if it's clear. Everybody. If not, you can ask questions. Arya? Yeah, okay.
Can't you take the velocity as 12 ms minus 1?
If we take 12, what about the initial velocity? 12 is only the final velocity. එතකොට අපි ඒ කියන්නේ මේ මුළු motion එකේම final velocity එක විතරයි අපි use කරන්නේ. That's wrong, no? Because it starts at 0, then slowly it's increasing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. එතකොට ඒ මුළු velocities ඔක්කොම represent කරන්න මම එක value එකක් use කරනවා. That is why I take it as mean velocity. Otherwise, if I only use the final velocity, that is a bit unfair. Okay, Sasheli?
Yes, but like when you like take it generally, can't you like take it because like it's all slow the same velocity?
No, එහෙනම් අපිට මෙහෙම ගන්න පුළුවන්. හිතන්න මෙහෙම question එකක් ඇහුවා කියලා. An object is continuously moving at 12 ms minus 1 for 3 seconds. Find the displacement. Then may object එක ගත්තොත්. Look at this object. මෙයා starting from rest නෙවෙයි. එයා පටන් ගත්ත වෙලේ ඉඳන් this object is continuously moving in 12 ms minus 1. Continuously moving in 12 ms minus 1. ඒ වගේ එකක් මට අර එහෙම ගන්න පුළුවන්. Velocity equals displacement divided by time. එතකොට මම time මේ පැත්තට ගෙනිච්චාම displacement එක පැත්තක ඉතුරු වෙනවා. Displacement equals velocity multiplied by time. And velocity, I don't have different values. Now it's all 12. So I can just take 12. And time I can take as 3 and I can write the displacement as 36 meters. In a motion like this, because the velocity is always 12 continuously. But here it's not the same. It starts from rest. That means initially it's the velocity is 0. Then gradually it is increasing and the final velocity is 12. So if I just use 12, then it's unfair for the entire motion. Okay, Sasheli? Did you get it?
Yes, thank you. I understand.
Okay. Okay.
Yes,
Can you all
teacher.
write? Okay. Can you all write this? Write this mathematic square karagana because they're very important. I will be randomly asking questions from these. You cannot forget the equations. Quickly write this. While you write this, give me 2 minutes, Namai. I will quickly be back. Etaka medical yagan. Done, Lamai? Did you write this, all of you? Thumbs up? Okay. So now I'm going to give a question that is from the textbook too, but I'm going to do a little bit of an adjustment. Okay. This is the last question. After this, we are going to move on to the new part. Question number 5. The velocity of an object moving. Mathakamalian question. Okay. So these are the two questions. The velocity of an object moving on a straight line was 2 ms minus 1 at a certain instant. Its velocity changed to 6 ms minus 1 after accelerating for 4 seconds. Find the acceleration of the object, that is Roman number 1. Roman number 2 is find the displacement of the object. Quickly do these two, Lamai. If you have any questions, you can ask. I'm right here. Quickly do. As soon as you're done, let me know. Both of these we have already learned, right? Let me know if you're done. Quickly do, Lama, yeah? We have to move on to the next part as well. Because by next week, we have to finish this lesson. So today and next week, because tomorrow morning we have a class. So the newcomers also, if you are planning to continue the class, you can join the tomorrow morning class as well. It will be at 8 a.m. Because the week before the last, we missed a class. And 2 weeks before, I think, I can't exactly remember. But for that, I rescheduled an extra class tomorrow. I will give... Yes, Nikini. Yes, Nikini.
Teacher hit a class.
උදේට උදේ 8ට හරිද හරි නේද නිකිලි
Okay, teacher.
හා හරි okay ළමයි for others I will give only 3 more minutes quickly finish huh? Okay, Lamai, time is up. Let's discuss. Find the acceleration of the object, and we know the usual equation to find acceleration. Acceleration equals final velocity minus initial velocity divided by time. So, final velocity is 6 ms minus 1. Yeah, 2 ms minus 1 තමයි ගිහිලා තියෙන්නේ. Then its velocity changed to 6 ms minus 1. within 4 seconds, right? So final velocity is 6 ms minus 1. Initial velocity is 2 ms minus 1. Time is 4 seconds. 6 minus 2 is 4. So 4 divided by 4, acceleration is 1 ms minus 2. Did all of you get 1 ms minus 2, Lamai? Everybody give me a thumbs up if you got 1 ms minus 2. Okay, others? Others quickly. Others? Okay. Find the displacement of the object. Then one displacement होने भी देखिए Step number 1 was finding the mean velocity. Then step number 2 is displacement equals mean velocity multiplied by time. So आप मूली में है step number 1, which is let's find mean velocity. Mean velocity कोमद होने initial velocity plus final velocity divided by 2. Initial velocity is 2 ms minus 1. Final velocity is 6 ms minus 1 divided by 2. 2 plus 6 is 8. 8 divided by 2 is 4. And our mean velocity is 4 ms minus 1. Step number 2 is then displacement equals mean velocity multiplied by time. Then displacement equals mean velocity multiplied by time. Mean velocity is 4 ms minus 1. Time taken is 4 seconds, right? 4 seconds. So 4 multiplied by 4, then displacement is 16 meters. Did you all get this answer, Lamai? Give me a quick thumbs up.
Miss, I
Answer. Okay, others? Quickly, others? Did everybody get it? Okay, great. And now we are done with this section and we'll move on to the next section of the lesson. Okay, so put a topic, displacement time graphs. So let's say we are given a motion like this. So this is the motion of an object in terms of displacement and time. So every second kochra displacement ka gila tiyand kiya to hai make kiya. At 0 time displacement is also 0. When the time is 1 second, displacement is 3 meters. When the time is 2 seconds, displacement is 6 meters. When the time is 3 seconds, displacement is 9 meters. Time is 4 seconds, displacement is 12 meters. Time is 5 seconds, displacement is 15 meters. Then කොහොමද displacement time graph එකක් අපි draw කරන්නේ? So this is how we draw a displacement time graph. අඳින්න එපා, ලියන්න එපා, just listen. මෙන්න මෙහෙම අඳිනවා. This is y axis and here I have x axis. සාමාන්‍යයෙන් in a displacement time graph, time is in the x axis. Time is in the x axis. So time is in the x axis and displacement should be in the y axis. Time is in the x axis and displacement in the y axis. Usually, Lamai, when you are marking the axis, time with seconds with unit method brackets otherwise it's wrong. So x axis is time and you have to put the unit within the brackets as seconds. Displacement in meters. So eka is this. Sorry, 1 second, Lamai. So a cut, I'm gonna put it within brackets like this. Now time is from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I will mark time here. Like this. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I will mark the x-axis like this. Here this is 0, then 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Y-axis එකේ තියෙන්නේ 0, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. So මම ඒ විදිහට mark කරනවා because you can see මෙතන ඉඳන් මෙතන 3ක් වැඩි වෙලා 3ක් වැඩි වෙලා 3 3 තමයි increase වෙලා තියෙන්නේ. So you can mark however way you want. I will mark 3, 6, 9, 12, 15 mark කරන්න ඉඩ මදි නේ. Let me just move this down a bit. And here it is 15. Now I'm going to mark these points. Let's look at the first point. When the time is 0, displacement is also 0. Okay. Here time is 0, displacement is also 0. Okay. Then when the time is 1, displacement is 3. Time එක 1 with the displacement එක 3. And the point should be here. When the time is 2, displacement is 6. When the time is 2, displacement is 6. That means the point should be here. Here. Then when the time is 3, displacement is 9. When the time is 3, displacement is 9. So the point should be here. When the time is 4, displacement is 12. Time is 4, displacement is 12. When the time is 5, displacement is 15. Time is 5, displacement is 15. Now what do? I draw a line marking all these points like this. Like that. So this is my displacement time graph. Is this clear to you, Lamai? Is this displacement time graph clear to all of you? Others? Everybody? In a graph like this, how do you find the gradient? In a graph like this, how do you find the gradient? Because I know that you have learned about finding gradient in grade 9. So how do you find the gradient? මතකයිද? Anybody who volunteers මට මතකයි කියලා කියන කාටද? Who can remember? No?
Y equals mx plus c or something.
Y equals mx plus c, that is a type of the graph because it's a straight line. Then how would you find the gradient? First, you select any 2 points. Any 2 points that you like, you can select. So, if I want to 0, 0 select 1, 3, 2, 6, any 2 points I can select. So, I will select the the first point. මෙන්න මේ point එකේ coordinates මම ලියනවා. Coordinates ලියන්නේ කොහමද? මුලින්ම ඒ point එකේ x value එක. When it comes to this very first point, what is the x value of this point? What is the x value of this point?
0.
0. ඊළඟට මම ලියන්නේ y value එක. What is the y value of this point?
0.
0. Then again, I have to pick another point. So I can pick any point I want. I will pick the very last point. If you take the very last point, what is the x value of this point?
5.
5. What is the y value of this point?
15.
15. So I picked 2 points. In both the points, I wrote the coordinates. When you're writing the coordinates, you write the x value first and then the y value. May I will first point ke x value, so I write this as x1. This is the y value of the first point. So I write as y1. Make a value. This is the x value of the second point. So this is x2. This is the y value of the second point. So this is y2. Okay. Then how do you find gradient? Gradient equals y2 minus, y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. Do you all remember this, Lamai? Give me a thumbs up if you remember this. In grade 9, you have learned this. So y2 is 15. So instead of y2, I write 15. Minus y1. Y1 is 0. So I write 0. X2 is 5. So I write 5. X1 is 0. So I write 0. 15 minus 0 is 15. 5 minus 0 is 5. So 15 divided by 5. I get the answer as 3. So, mata me displacement time graph ke I got the gradient as 3. Lamai, we have to remember in a displacement time graph, gradient taking in the velocity. Okay. So when you're just randomly given a displacement time graph and they ask you to find the velocity, you can just get the gradient. So here the gradient is 3 now. Gradient 3 I can say, therefore, velocity equals 3 ms minus 1. Yes. So explaining this one more time. In a displacement time graph, you can, we have to find the gradient. So any graph, how do you find the gradient? You pick 2 points. As a points, they can coordinates. If you look at this point, the coordinates are 0, 0. If you take this point, the coordinates are 5, 15. May I will first point ke x value so x1, may first point ke y value y1. Make a second point ke x value so x2, may second point ke y value so y2. The equation for finding gradient is y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. Y2 is 15, y1 is 0, so 15 minus 0. X2 is 5, x1 is 0, so 5 minus 0. So 15 minus 0 is 15, 5 minus 0 is 5. 15 divided by 5, we get the answer as 3. So velocity is 3 ms minus 1. Why is that? Because in a displacement time graph, remember this very well. In a displacement time graph, gradient gives you velocity. Gradient gives you velocity. If I got the gradient as 3, that means velocity is 3 ms minus 1. Is it clear to all of you? Is that clear, everybody? Okay. First of all, can you all write this down? Put the topic displacement time graph. Api make example 1 kila daga. Example 1.
Miss.
Yes, Jituli.
Miss, we have to draw the time graphs using the pencil, right?
As in this graph, you mean the line?
Yeah, the whole thing.
Yes, better to write the whole thing in a pencil. May access mark, displacement meters, time, seconds, and marking these you can write in a pen, if you want to, or you can write the whole thing using a pencil. Anyways, the graph and the access drawing card, do it in a pencil.
Okay, Miss, thank you.
Okay. So displacement time graph topic එක දැම්මා. මේ table එක sketch කරගත්තා. Quickly draw the graph. මෙන්න මේක හරිම special. So මේක පැත්තෙන් ලියා ගන්න like in like a different color. You have different colored pens and stuff, right? Or නිකන් normal pen එකකින් එලා highlight කරගන්න. Something like that because it's very important. Okay, quickly draw. Draw and write. If you have any questions, please do ask.
Miss,
Yes.
why we are adding x2, y1, y1, y2?
That is because we are going to find gradient here. Do you remember in grade 9 we learned that gradient method is y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. For that, you need to pick 2 points and you have to write the x and y values of those as coordinates. Okay,
Okay, Miss.
got it? No?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll give you 3 more minutes. I'll give you 3 more minutes, so quickly finish, huh? I'll set a timer. Done writing, Lamai? Have you all finished writing?
Yes.
Okay, others? Anybody who needs more time, or shall we move on? Done. All good.
2 more minutes, please, teacher.
2 more minutes. Okay, for sure. So there might be others also who need time. I'll give you 2 more minutes. Quickly finish. ළමයි මේක කරනකම් මම තාක question එකක් දෙන්නම් යටින්. As an example, okay. Okay, ළමයි. So here උඩක ලියන ගමන් ඉන්න කට්ටිය එක ලියන්න. අනිත් අයට now I have given another question but not as like a time displacement කියලා එහෙම දීලා නැහැ. An object starts from rest. If the object starts from rest, what is the initial, like, where does it start? What is the starting displacement of this object? මෙහෙමනේ displacement time graph එක අඳින්නේ. So here displacement 0, yes. So I will just draw a sketch only. You have to do this alone. Displacement is meters, time is seconds. So we start with 0, right? Because starts from resting, then moves the displacement of 10 meters within 4 seconds. Let me add something else in uniform velocity. Uniform velocity means you draw a straight line like this. So මෙතන time එක 4 seconds තියෙන්න ඕනේ, displacement එක 10 meters. In this particular graph, ඔය අනිත් මැද values දන්නේ නැහැ. You only know the starting values and the ending values. Okay? එතකොට මේ point එකේ තමයි මේ points දෙක තමයි ඔයා select කරන්න ඕනේ to find the gradient, the points that you have to select. Okay? So I want you to try this alone nevertheless. I mean, whether you get the right answer or wrong answer, it doesn't matter. I want you to try this alone. If you get the right answer, okay, good. But if you get the wrong answer, that is still good because then we will learn something. We will discuss for sure. But I want you to completely try on your own. Just imagine that this is a question that you got on your term test or some exam. Then you have nobody to ask questions. You have you can't get the answers from somebody else unless you copy. But let's assume you're not copying. So, yes, I want to do this alone. Pratiksha, can you see now? Try to move your board, move the board from your end. You might be able to see. Can you see the whiteboard? Right. Okay, wait 1 second. Click on that link and see if you can see the whiteboard. Can you see now, Pratiksha? Did you click on the link? Did you click on the link? Ehanam, Pratiksha, do something. Can you leave the Zoom and then join again from the same link? Then you might be able to see it. Try doing that. And also, Lamai, please try this. While you try this, give me like, mega try 5 minutes. Give me 5 minutes because I have a very bad headache. I will quickly get some medicine and come. Okay. So just give me 5 minutes. Until then, try this second question. So you have to draw the graph, you have to find the gradient, and you have to find the velocity. Quickly do this. And please know if you ask a question, I won't be there for like 2-3 minutes because I'm going to drink my medicine, but I will quickly be back. Okay. As soon as I'm back, I'll switch on my camera. එතකම් මේක හැමෝම කරා. Let me know when you're done, Lamai. I'm here.
Done, miss.
Others also let me know. I think, okay. Who needs more time? Anybody who needs more time? Sasha, do you need more time? Okay, I'll give 2 more minutes. Quickly finish. Others also, if anybody could not finish, let me know. Are you done, Sasheli? Okay, anyways. For those of you who are not finished yet, are you done? Okay. Anybody else who needs time? Because otherwise time එක දෙන කපරාද නේකයි. Okay, we'll discuss. An object starts from rest and moves a displacement of 10 meters within 4 seconds in uniform velocity. Now I'm going to draw this graph. Time in seconds. මේ දෙපැත්ත mark කරලා තියෙන්න ඕනේ ළමයා. And here, displacement in meters. Here we don't have many values. We only have a little bit of values. It starts from rest means the graph starts from 0. Moves a displacement of 10 meters within 4 seconds. ඒ කියන්නේ අපි හරියට measure කරලා එහෙම අඳින්න ඕනේ නැහැ. We can just write like draw like this. මම කලින් කිව්වා වගේ නිකම්ම මෙහෙම draw කරන්න පුළුවන්. Draw කරලා you can say here මෙතන 4 time is 4 seconds here and displacement is 10. So this is Roman number 1. Roman number 2. Find the gradient of the graph. You know, to find the gradient, we need at least 2 points, right? So the first point I'm selecting is this. What is the x value of this first point? X value of the first point?
0.
And what is the y value of the first point?
0.
0. What is the x value of the second point? Mother points අපි එකක්වත් දන්නේ නැහැනේ. So only we know the beginning and the ending points. So x value here. Okay. Others?
10.
X value. Others, quickly tell Amai, what is the x value of the second point? 4. What is the y value of the second point? 10.
10.
So, x1, y1 and x2, y2. We know gradient equals y2 minus y1, x2 minus x1. y2 is 10, y1 is 0. x2 is 4, x1 is 0. 10 minus 0 is 10, 4 minus 0 is 4. 10 divided by 4, you will get 4 times 2 is 8. You will get 2.5. So the gradient here is 2.5. Roman number 3. Find the velocity of the object. If gradient is 2.5, what is the velocity? We said velocity is equal to gradient. So velocity is 2.5. You have to put the unit ms minus 1. Is this clear to all of you? Okay. Let's try a small question before we move on. Make question. And this is a bit of a tricky question. Okay, before doing this question, I have another small thing to explain you. Make a I'm going to teach you like a small trick. Okay, because displacement time graphs questions I'm going to teach you something. Generally, in a displacement time graph, let's say, don't write anything, just listen. Let's say you have a displacement time graph like this. And the shape of the graph is something like this. Let's say you have another displacement time graph where the shape of the graph is something like this. And let's say you have another displacement time graph where the shape of the graph is something like this. Let's look at the first option. If we look at this logically, this starts from 0 and the displacement is gradually increasing as the time is increasing. Time ekat වැඩි වෙනවා, displacement ekat වැඩි වෙනවා. So we say the object is, if the displacement is increasing with time, we know that means it's a uniform velocity. The object is moving in uniform velocity. Okay. So I will write here. Sorry, 1 second. Displacement is increasing with time. Therefore, the object is moving with uniform velocity. Yes, Sala, definitely. What about this? What about the second option? What do you think here? Is the displacement increasing with time? Is the displacement increasing with time?
Yes.
Is it? Balanna, මෙතන time එක 0, displacement එක value එකක්. Time 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ඔහොමම යනවා, but the displacement is the same value. The displacement is not increasing and it's not decreasing. What can you say about this motion? What can you say about this motion?
It's the same each time.
Yeah, so displacement is the same as time goes. ඒ කියන්නේ motion එක මොකක් වගේ එකක් කියලාද ඔයාලට හිතෙන්නේ? I mean, I'm not just asking Sasheli, everybody. What kind of a motion do you think it is?
It's a fixed motion.
Fixed motion. Okay.
Linear motion.
Linear motion. Okay, I got one correct answer. But all answers are welcome because ඔයගොල්ලන් answer කරනවා කියන්නේ ඔයගොල්ලන් මේක ගැන හිතනවා. That is what I want. Not necessarily the correct answer. Time is increasing. Time එක වැඩි වෙනවා තමයි. Yes. Time එක මේ එන්න වැඩි වෙනවා. හැබැයි displacement එක වෙනස් වෙන්නේ නැහැ. ඒ කියන්නේ ළමයි එකම displacement එක කියන්නේ මේ object එක move වෙලාද? Has this object moved? As time goes, if the displacement is the same, do you think this object has moved?
No.
No. If you get a shape like this, that means here displacement is not increasing with time. Not increasing at, let's say, constant. Therefore, the object is not moving, or we say the object is at rest. Okay, the object is at, it has a certain displacement. හැබැයි a displacement එක වෙනස් වෙන්නේ නැහැ. Here what has happened? In a displacement time graph, of course here, with the time is going, but the displacement is decreasing. And then, you know, displacement is the shortest distance between the starting point and the ending point. එන්න displacement අඩු වෙනවා කියලා කියන්නේ මේ object එක ආයෙමත් starting point එකට ඇවිල්ලා කියන එක නේද? Do you get that? The object is coming back to the starting point. Here displacement is slowly decreasing and becoming zero. Zero කියන්නේ ආයෙමත් starting point එකට ඇවිල්ලා. So here we say displacement is decreasing with time. Therefore, the object is moving back to the starting position. Is this clear to all of you? Give me a thumbs up if this is clear. One more thing, one more shape. Okay. We are just exploring different shapes. මොකද exam එකට මේවා අහන්න පුළුවන්. Okay, that's why. Let's say we get something like this. Let's say we get a graph of a shape like this. Now, what do you think about the motion? As time goes, displacement is continuously zero. Is the object moving? Here, as the time goes, displacement is zero. Yeah, වැඩි වෙන්නෙත් නැහැ, අඩු වෙන්නෙත් නැහැ, it's just zero. Here is the object moving. No, here also the object is not moving. Displacement is zero. Therefore, the object is at rest. Is this clear to you, Lamai? Give me a thumbs up, please. Others? Okay. Okay. Can you all sketch this down, Lamai? Make a sketch කරගන්න බලන්න. මම මේක මෙහෙම rows දෙකකට ගෙනියන්න.
Can you explain the last one, please?
Last one. Okay. Now here I have drawn a graph. Displacement time axes are there. But the graph is like this. මේ තියෙන යට red color line එක. That means now the time is going. මේ බලන්න time එකත් එක්ක එන්නේ මෙහෙම time එක යනවා. Time 0 වල displacement 0. Time 1 වල displacement is 0. Time is 2, displacement is still 0. Time is 3, displacement is still 0. Time is 4, displacement is still 0. Time is 5, displacement is still 0. Displacement එක 0 කියන්නේ කොහොමත් මෙයා move වෙලා නැහැ. And also displacement is still the same value. මේක නිකන් මෙයා වගේම graph එකක් නේ. එකම displacement value එකේ තමයි තියෙන්නේ. මෙතනත් 0 එකේම තමයි දිගටම තියෙන්නේ. That means the object has not moved anywhere, no? Is it clear, Sashili?
Yes, thank you.
Okay. Can you all quickly copy this down? Quickly copy this down. I'm sorry, Lamai, I lost my connection. Can you all hear me? Please give me a thumbs up if you can. Okay, I've actually not set up my Wi-Fi. There's a small issue. That's why I'm using my mobile hotspot. මට විනාඩියක් දෙන්න. ඔහොම ඉන්න. Please excuse me for a second. Let me share the whiteboard. Okay, all of you should be able to see the whiteboard. For those of you who cannot see, I will send the link in the main chat. This is the diagrams that you have to draw. Quickly draw this, Lamai. Quickly draw these diagrams. For others, I will give you 2 more minutes. Displacement is the shortest distance between 2 points, right? So in a motion, let's say the motion starts from one point and it ends at another point. The shortest distance between these 2 points is what we call the displacement. The total distance moved, we just call it distance. Okay. So while others are writing, do keep in mind that we have the class at 8 in the morning tomorrow. I will send a different Zoom link for that. It's not the same Zoom link. I will send a different one. We will not be doing the class for 2.5 hours. We will keep it either 1.5 hours to 2 hours, right? 8 to 9:30 or 10. Because I don't have any plan to drag the class for too long because it's the Independence Day. And it's like one of the holidays you have. Mukada pahugiya masa dekema wage. Pahugiya masema wage. Even February, I think, පොය දවස වැටෙන weekend එක. So ගන්න වැඩිය holidays හම්බ වෙන්නේ නැහැ. So I will keep that in mind and I won't keep the class very long. But we'll try our best to finish the lesson. We'll see how it goes. And also, the newcomers, since it's your first day today, let me know on WhatsApp or whatever, in however way, within today and tomorrow, whether you will continue the class or not. And also, I had something. No, nothing else. Okay, so before we end the class, do you all have any questions or any doubts, or is everything clear? Mama whiteboard note එක එවන්නම්. because we don't have time to start a new section today because we only have 5 more minutes. That's why we'll end the class now. And also, unfortunately, I'm having like a very bad headache. So, anyways, we will end the class. Okay, everybody give me a thumbs up. Everything is clear. Everything that we did today is clear. Okay. Shineshi, Shanaz, Dihansa, Sandaru, Kushit, Nikini, Ranmihi, Sala, okay. All right. Then Lamai, we will see each other tomorrow morning again. I will send another Zoom link. Mang heta class agar pay bagyak wage tiya logana Zoom link ke wanna. So good night until we meet tomorrow. Yeah. So good night, Lamai. See you.